Right now, someone is lying to you. Maybe today, maybe this week, and you probably won't catch it, but your face would. Because every time you lie, something happens on your skin that you cannot control, cannot see, and cannot stop. You think lying is a mental act, a choice, a sentence you construct in your head before you say it out loud. That part is true, but your face doesn't wait for your mind to finish deciding. It reacts first. In the 1960s, a psychologist named Paul Ekman started filming interviews with psychiatric patients. He wasn't looking for liars. He was looking for patterns. But when he slowed the footage down frame by frame, he found something strange. For a fraction of a second, a patient's face would flash an expression that had nothing to do with what she was saying. Fear. Then it vanished. Then her calm, practiced smile came back. That flash lasts less than half a second. Ekman called it a micro-expression. And here's the part that should unsettle you. You cannot fake it away, and you cannot train yourself to suppress it completely. It leaks out. Every time. Why would your face betray you like that? Because your face isn't built for lying. It's built for survival. Long before language existed, facial expression was the fastest way to signal danger to the people around you. A widened eye meant threat. A curled lip meant disgust. These signals needed to be instant because in a world with predators, hesitation got you killed. Your ancestors who could broadcast fear a half-second faster survived to pass that wiring down to you. That wiring is still installed. It still fires before your conscious mind catches up. So when you try to hide a feeling behind a lie, your face runs the true signal first automatically, and only afterward do you paste the mask on top. Ekman worked with a researcher named Wallace Friesen to catalog every muscle movement the human face is capable of making. Over 10,000 combinations. They built something called the Facial Action Coding System, a kind of dictionary for expression. Using it, they could detect a genuine smile from a fake one just by checking whether the muscles around the eyes moved. A real smile crinkles the eyes. A fake one only moves the mouth. You've felt this before, haven't you? Something about a smile that just seemed off even though you couldn't say why. But it isn't only your face. Your whole body starts negotiating against you the moment you lie. A psychologist named Bella DePaulo spent decades studying deception in everyday life. Not in a lab with actors, but in the actual small lies people tell each other daily. Her research found something almost funny. People aren't very good at spotting lies by watching for the classic cues everyone expects, like avoiding eye contact. Most liars know that trick and compensate for it. They hold eye contact too well, too steadily. Overcorrection is itself a signal if you know what to look for. More recent work by researcher Leanne ten Brinke pushed this further, studying real high-stakes lies, like people pleading for the return of a missing family member on television, some of whom were later found to have caused the disappearance themselves. She found their words were often composed and sympathetic, but their bodies weren't. Micro-tensions around the mouth, subtle shifts in breathing, small emotional leaks that had nothing to do with what they were saying out loud. So why can't you just train yourself out of it? Why can't a good liar simply override the leak? Because lying requires your brain to do two jobs at once. It has to suppress the true emotional response, and it has to construct a false one, and hold both in place while also tracking what it already said, so the story stays consistent. That is an enormous cognitive load. Something almost always slips through the cracks. Usually it's the face, because the face is the fastest reacting system you have. Faster than your voice. Faster than your carefully chosen words. Here's the twist, though. Being able to spot a micro-expression doesn't actually make you good at catching liars. Ekman himself found that even trained experts, people who had studied thousands of hours of facial footage, were only slightly better than chance at correctly identifying deception in real-world settings. Knowing the signal exists is not the same as reading it correctly in the moment. Context muddies everything. A flash of fear might mean someone is lying, or it might mean they're simply afraid of not being believed, even while telling the truth. Which means the real discovery here isn't about liars at all. It's about you. Every day your face is broadcasting things you never chose to say out loud. Boredom during a conversation you're pretending to enjoy. Discomfort during small talk you're forcing yourself through. Attraction you're trying to play cool about. You think you're in control of what people see. You're not. You're leaking constantly in expressions that last less than half a second, to an audience that mostly isn't paying close enough attention to notice. Somewhere back in your evolutionary history, That leak kept your ancestors honest with each other in ways language never could. It built trust in groups too large to verify every claim a person made. It's still doing that job today quietly, underneath every conversation you have. So the next time you think you got away with something, remember, right now, someone is not lying to you. Right now it might be you, and your face already told on you before you finished the sentence.